The Last of Us Part 2 is still very mysterious, but certain parts of the game's plot are starting to come together and make a bit more sense. So earlier this week, Naughty Dog showed off a handful of new characters, and there's a bunch of new theories and ties to promotional art and Easter eggs. In the final chapter of Uncharted 4: A Thief's End, you come across a comic book titled The Last of Us: American Daughters. This cover shows a pregnant woman standing outside with a face mask on and a gun in hand. I'm guessing that this woman is Ellie's mother, Anna, whose name we learned in The Last of Us Left Behind. She also, coincidentally, has 4 letters in her name, just like Naughty Dog's mysterious tweet involving the character. So I could be wrong, there's definitely that possibility, but from here on out, let's pretend that woman is, in fact, Ellie's mother, Anna. In the latest trailer for The Last of Us Part 2, one of the villainous characters says they are nested with sin, as she puts a knife up to Anna's stomach. So there's a chance that she could be pregnant, or they could just be using that term more broadly than I'm guessing. But this directly correlates with the pregnant woman on the comic book cover in Uncharted 4. The two characters also share similarities in how they look, featuring long, brownish red hair and a larger, more muscular stature. Not to mention the fact that the woman, presumably Anna, looks and even sometimes sounds similar to Ellie. Uncharted 4 wasn't the last time that Ellie's mother Anna was teased. Naughty Dog released this image not long after the game was unveiled. It was assumed to be Joel's forearm, given it is larger than the typical female's arm, but little did we know that Ellie's mother Anna was pretty damn jacked. And now we know where Ellie gets her badassery from. I'm curious if this hammer will play some important role during the gameplay, assuming that Anna will be playable in certain segments. Maybe her hammer will be a great fighting tool, similar to Ellie's switchblade in the original Last of Us. Obviously, Naughty Dog knows how to tease us correctly. They've pulled a fast one on us before, teasing Ellie's tattoo in The Last of Us Part 2 months before the game was even announced. I'm sure there are more secrets to come, as well as more theories across the internet that will have us all wondering how the story intertwines with Joel and Ellie's. Here's my pie-in-the-sky prediction. The Last of Us Part 2 will have prequel segments similar to The Last of Us Left Behind, where you play as Ellie's pregnant mother, Anna. And one of the big reveals during the middle of the game somewhere is that Joel is somehow involved with these events during his time working for the other side. As you know, Joel wasn't always a good guy. After his daughter died, he kinda lashed out and went a little crazy. Then 20 years later, when The Last of Us actually begins, he's calmed down a little bit. He could maybe even play a villain of the sort. As for what's going on with Ellie and Joel in present time, I have no clue. So do you think this mysterious woman is Ellie's mother Anna? Do you think she'll be a playable character? How hyped are you for The Last of Us Part 2? Be sure to leave all your thoughts in the comment section below, and I will talk to you guys later.